Europe is getting destroyed right now. Novo Nordisk crashed, premium brands are collapsing, even some of the strongest European companies are bleeding. And while most investors are panicking, I'm actually buying more. Because historically, some of the best long-term opportunities appear exactly when fear starts spreading throughout the market. So today, I will show you what's happening in Europe, why several major companies are falling, how my portfolios are performing right now, and the ETF I am buying to position myself for a possible European recovery. I'm ATP and let's get started. Before we talk about the ETF itself, let me quickly show you something interesting. Right now, my ETF portfolio is sitting at almost 48% total profit, while my stock portfolio is currently up around 35%. And honestly, this perfectly sums up why my investing strategy has slowly evolved over the last few years. Because at first, like most investors, I was obsessed with finding the next big stock, the next Nvidia, the next Tesla, the next huge winner. But over time, I realized something important. Consistency usually beats prediction, and that's exactly what ETFs gave me. Less stress, more diversification, lower volatility, and much more stable long-term growth. Now, of course, individual stocks can massively outperform sometimes, but they can also destroy your portfolio if your timing is wrong. And lately, we have seen exactly that happen across Europe. Over the last few months, several major European companies started correcting aggressively. Novo Nordisk, one of Europe's strongest healthcare companies, lost a huge amount of momentum after years of explosive growth. Premium brands like LV also started pulling back as global demand slowed down, especially from China. And even companies like SAP and several European industrial leaders have experienced much more volatility recently. So what's happening? Well, investors right now are obsessed with one thing: US AI stocks. Almost all global capital continues flowing into American tech companies, especially anything related to AI. We have seen huge rallies on companies like Intel, Micron, and others. Meanwhile, Europe has become ignored. And historically, when an entire region becomes unpopular while fundamentals remain relatively strong, opportunities start appearing. Now, don't get me wrong, this does not mean Europe suddenly becomes risk-free. Growth is slower, economic sentiment is weaker, and political uncertainty remains elevated. But this is exactly why valuations become more attractive. And instead of trying to predict which individual European company will recover first, I would rather buy the strongest European companies all at once through an ETF. So, after reviewing the market, the ETF I am adding this month is the Xtrackers Eurostock 50 with the ticker XESC. This ETF tracks the 50 largest companies in the Eurozone. So, instead of betting on only one company, you get exposure to a diversified basket of European giants across multiple sectors and countries. Some of the main holdings include the exact companies we talked about previously, and many others. And what I personally like here is that this ETF gives exposure to companies that are already dominant businesses globally, but many of them are currently trading far below the excitement we are seeing in the US tech. In terms of sectors, financials and industrials have a strong presence, followed by technology and consumer. So this ETF is not trying to chase hype, it's more focused on large, established European businesses. Now, from a structural point of view, it also looks very solid. It's an accumulating ETF, meaning dividends are automatically reinvested. It uses physical replication, the expense ratio is extremely low at only 0.09%, and despite focusing only on Europe, the fund size is already above 6 billion euros. Performance has actually been very solid. Over the last 5 years, it returned around 75%, over the last 3 years more than 56%, and despite the recent weakness, it's still up more than 18% over the last 12 months. And regarding volatility, it follows the broader world ETFs. So right now everyone is chasing the same AI stocks, the same momentum trades, the same narratives. But historically, the biggest long-term returns often come from buying quality assets when sentiment is weak. And at this moment, I believe Europe is one of those opportunities. Now let's head over to xStation 5 and make the purchase. One of the reasons I personally use XTB for long-term investing is because it makes the entire process extremely simple and efficient. Not only can I buy real stocks and ETFs with 0% commissions up to 100,000 euros in monthly volume, but XTB also offers interest on uninvested cash, currently around 2.3% on Euro and 3.4% on USD, which is honestly a very useful feature while waiting for new opportunities. Another feature I really like is the ability to create automatic ETF investment plans, which makes long-term investing much easier and more consistent over time. And what's interesting is that XTB is not only focused on stocks and ETFs. Right now, you can also access commodities, crypto, trading instruments, and even options directly from the same platform, which makes it much more complete for different types of investors. The platform itself is extremely beginner-friendly, but still powerful enough for more advanced users who want more flexibility and access to multiple markets in one place. So, once you are inside your xStation 5 account, simply go to the Market Watch, search for XESC and click on this plus button. Today, I'm adding 2 more shares of this ETF to increase my European exposure while sentiment remains weak. Then I simply click buy, confirm the order, and that's it. Now here's something really exciting. With a brand new ATP website, anyone who creates an XTB account using the code ATP gets lifetime access to my investing group, completely free. And this is honestly one of the biggest upgrades we have ever made. Inside the website, you can now track my portfolios in real time, including both stocks and ETFs. You will see every buy and sell update, portfolio allocations, fair value analysis, and all future additions to the portfolios. So if you want to follow exactly how I am positioning myself long term, that's the easiest way to do it. And that's it. If you enjoyed this episode, let me know in the comments, and if there is any ETF or stock you want me to analyze next, just drop it below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, happy investing!